When we first met, we said we would be friends. Now we up late night on the phone, conversations never end. You make me laugh, sometimes you make me mad. Feelings coming that I thought I would never have. I find myself thinking of you when I'm alone, and I always tell you what to
Say hi. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you guys my labor and delivery story. What's poppin', team? It's your girl Lolo, and I'm back with another video. As you can see from the title, I'm gonna be telling you guys my labor and delivery story. If you've seen the vlog, you guys loved it. If you haven't, make sure you go check that out. I'll leave the link in the description down below. But this video could be pretty lengthy, so we're gonna get straight into it. But before we start, make sure you like this video, comment down below what other videos you guys like to see, and please subscribe before you leave. Okay, so my labor starts January 6, 2018. At this point, I was going to my weekly appointments, obviously, because I was 37 weeks at that time. Yes, I was 37 weeks. I was. And I was going weekly, so I was on my morning walk that I always take with my dog, and my doctor called. I didn't answer the phone because I was listening to music, and I knew that I was like literally almost at my house, so I could just call him right back and it wouldn't have been no problem. If they was calling and telling me the appointment was canceled, then that definitely would have been no problem. So I got back in the house and I called him back immediately just to see what she is knocked out. I called him back immediately to find out why he was calling me. So he was like, oh, hey, I just wanted to let you know we're going to be inducing you just because the baby is measuring small. So we'll talk about it more when you come because, again, I had an appointment. I said, okay. But in my head, my mind was wandering like crazy. So, of course, the first thing that I do, literally, once I got in the house, I settled down and everything, fed the dog, fed myself. What I did from that time to my doctor's appointment, I literally searched videos, read articles and stuff on labor inducing and like different techniques and all that other stuff, just because I didn't know, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't expect anything like that to happen. So I was doing a whole bunch of research, and of course I was nervous because I literally have to prepare, because I was nervous because I know literally I'm going to go into labor. Simple as that. So I got to the doctor's office, and he does his regular checkup and everything, and then he was explaining to me that what he was going to do was strip my membrane. It's called membrane stripping or membrane sweeping. So what that is basically a method to start labor. The doctor literally just takes his fingers and he like separates the bag of water and the cervix. That's what that is. Basically just stretching me out, starting my labor. That's what it is. It releases hormones to start the labor, but it could or could not happen. Luckily, it did happen. So the first day that I got my membrane stripped was January 8th, 2018, of course. And that experience, it was just so uncomfortable, guys. Like, unless you're that and you just love people in your cootie cat, it's very uncomfortable. Like, he was literally all the way up there and then talking about, oh, I'm gonna do this and do that, and I'm sitting here like, but apparently I did good because his wife also works with him, and they were like, you did good, da 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 da. Like, other people don't do so good. Listen, I didn't think so. The lady was telling me to breathe. I was trying to hold my breath because it just was not a good feeling at all. Like, it's not, yeah, So I was hoping like that was gonna be the only day that I had to do that. Nah. I had to go again the next day. The next day that I went was, of course, Tuesday. I went almost every day. I went Tuesday, and then when I went on Tuesday, he said that I was about 1 centimeter, maybe 1, 2 centimeters. But he said, you're like this. Literally, he went like this. And then he said, you're like this, and I need you to be like this. And I'm like, Lord, this is going to be hell. Like, the second time was hell. Like, it hurt so bad. I did not, like, it was worse than the first time. Why? I don't know. I just don't know. But that second time was hell. And then after that, I was just like dreading going back again. Like, I did not even want to wake up, because I knew when I woke up that I was gonna have to go to the doctors and get that done again. Like, so again, I had to wake up and go to the doctors the next day, which was Wednesday. Wednesday, it was not bad at all. I was so happy. I was like, oh, I can do that again. Because he had opened me up more. So I think that Wednesday that I think I was still 2 centimeters. I think it was like 20% effaced. And then Wednesday I was 2 centimeters still. And then like 30% or something like that, or 50%, something like that. That appointment on Wednesday, he told me these words: somebody might be having a baby on Friday, or something like that. Me and Free, we couldn't really figure out if he was saying we're going to or maybe. We wasn't sure. It didn't process that like in our head that fast. And in my head, I was thinking, she is coming literally already. Like, I cannot wait to meet her, but I was nervous as hell. Like, I'm literally about to have a baby the end of the week, if he's really serious and he knows his stuff. Thursday came, and of course, I mean, I wasn't dreading going to the doctor's office, but again, it's not a comfortable situation to be in. But I felt more better about going. I knew that if I get this done, it's a safer and faster way to get Lyric here. So I had to just push through it. And yeah, so Thursday came. Free's on his way to get me, and the doctor's office called, and I'm like, what now? Literally, what? So I answered the phone, and it's just the assistant, and she's saying that my doctor had to go. He had an emergency C-section, so I did not have to go. And she gave me the option to come on Friday, or go on my regular Saturday appointments. Of course, I picked, I'll just see you guys Saturday. And she said, okay. So we scheduled an appointment for Saturday. And that was that. Now that I got the whole inducing story out the way, that Monday, I got my hair done. So I was sitting for about 12 hours, very sadly, you know. Why it took 12 hours, I don't know. But I was sitting for about 12 to 13 hours getting my hair done, and literally starving myself because I was hungry. I had not ate since I had got there. So again, I was there for 12 to 13 hours without eating. You know, I gotta feed my baby, but whatever. And I thought, okay, Lyric was in there moving around and all this stuff. I thought she was just mad at me because I wasn't feeding her. But then that Tuesday, I had to go to the doctors at the hospital. Basically, they did what do they call it? Oh, they did a non-stress test again because she was small. So they just wanted to monitor her and see if everything was okay. Basically, they monitor her because she's small again. Like I said, they wanted to make sure her heart rate was going up while she moved. And they also wanted to monitor my contractions. And that's when I found out that whole time I was having contractions. And I didn't even know it. I did not know those was contractions. Like, I literally thought it was Lyric just pushing up against my stomach. But no, come to find out, I was having contractions for like a very long time. Like, it's just like her muscle contracted, and you can see like the little bulge. Oh my gosh, I did not know there was contractions. So that Tuesday I found out that I was having contractions way before the inducing. So I mean, they were far apart all the time, but that when I was getting my hair done, literally they were almost about 15 minutes apart. But I didn't know that they were contractions. I just thought they was Lyric mad at me because she hasn't eaten. Thursday is when it got real. While we was at the doctor's Wednesday, they asked if we was having sex, and we was like, no, nah. And she was like, I think you guys should, because that will definitely speed up the process. So of course, me and Free, what did we do? We went to go have sex. So Thursday, I was having contractions about, again, it was far apart. And then we had sex, and literally, I feel like that's when they started coming about every 10 minutes now at that point. And they were just coming and coming and coming for about half a day, you know, because I don't really know what time it was, but during the time that we did have sex, it was in the middle of the day. So after that time, that's when the contractions started picking up about every 10 minutes, sometimes less. I did not go to sleep that night at all. Like, I could not sleep. The contractions were so bad. Like, yeah, I was just flipping back and forth, trying to breathe through them, trying to move through them, like literally all night. I tried to go to sleep through when I wasn't having contractions, but it just was not working. Yeah, so I was having contractions all the rest of that day for about 10 minutes in between. And then Friday comes, and of course I'm still having these contractions. I never went to sleep. I barely ate when Free came to pick me up in the morning. We got something around like 11:30ish, 12 o'clock. So that was the only time that I ate. Again, still having contractions about every 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, depending on sometimes. It just was sometimes it would be less, and sometimes, but most of the time it was 10 minutes. So I'm having contractions all the way until about 6 o'clock, and they're like, I want to say it was before 6 o'clock, but I'm not really sure because Free was keeping track. I was just trying to breathe through them and get through them, because those things are no joke. Like, that was the worst part. That was contractions were definitely the worst part of everything, if you ask me. But yeah, again, I don't know the time, but definitely around 5ish, 6 o'clock, that's when the contractions started to get about 5 minutes apart, 7ish, 5ish, 4ish, maybe 2ish. Like, they were starting to get very close together. And then Free kept saying, if the next one is going to be soon or something, you need to call the doctor. You need to call the doctor. And I'm just like, no, 4 minutes. Like, 4. Like, I was staying strong through all of them. I was not trying to go to that hospital yet until it was like literally I could not take it no more. But he just had to give me, I guess he was ready for Lyric to come, because he just kept saying, you need to call the doctor. If the next one is some, you need to call the doctor. So about 6 o'clock, they're still coming. I'm still breathing through them, and he's still saying I need to call the doctor and everything. So I couldn't even call the doctor. I'm like, listen, you can call the doctor. And my doctor luckily was still in his office, and it was about 6:30ish at this time. Why he was still in the office, I don't know. That I could not be in that profession, because he literally works non-stop. But he was still in the office, and he was like, do you want to come and I could like check you? And the only thing, of course, Free agreed. And I'm just like, like, all I could think was he's basically gonna do what he's been doing. And he did, but it just wasn't as bad. And then come to find out I was 5 centimeters and 100% effaced. So he said, guess who's having a baby tonight? And I said, me. Like, she's literally coming. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like when he told me that, I don't know. When he told me, my heart just was like, my baby is coming. Like, literally. But I had to stay strong. I didn't want to cry right then and there. But yeah, I was like, she's coming tonight. Like, maybe. So we left. He gave me all my papers and everything to take to the hospital. And he said, I'll see you guys in a couple of hours. So we go to the hospital. Of course, we call my parents and his mother. And I called my sister. She lives in Virginia, so I had to make sure she knew. She got there pretty fast, though. Like, it was crazy. We basically just told everybody that I'm about to go to the hospital and they're about to be here. And we get to the hospital. We had to wait at the desk because the one, I guess she was a nurse, whatever she is, I don't really know. We had to wait for her to take me up to the, the labor section of the hospital. And so I think when we was waiting, I felt like the contractions were just coming quicker and quicker. I felt like they were about 3, 4, maybe 3 minutes apart at that time. They were definitely coming quicker. I felt like, or maybe it's because I'm impatient. I don't know. But we walk up to the labor part of the hospital. And if y'all saw in the video, this is when they took me back. And then they just, again, monitored lyric, her, and then my contractions. They were coming harder and quicker. And then after that, they moved me to my room, which was really an eye-opener. Like, when you walk in, it was just the room, and then you look back, and you just see the little, I don't know what you call it, but where they put the baby at, and then it has a little light so they can warm the baby up. It was just like, oh my gosh, like, literally, I'm about to have this baby. It is really time. Like, it's crazy. Like, it wasn't setting to me yet. At that time, that's when they started hooking IVs up and all this other stuff that I thought was going to be really bad. Because again, if y'all know me, I don't do needles. But after the pregnancy, I think I'm a pro at needles now. Like, they don't faze me at all. I think I might be getting lyrics soon, because if y'all can hear, she's waking up. But she's a wild sleeper. She be making some noises in her sleep. She be doing some things, but it looks like she's about to wake up. So I might be getting her soon, but you guys are going to meet her at the end of the video. So yeah, all of that. They hooked me up, monitored me, and all this other stuff. They asked me, am I going to get the epidural? If you guys know me, I don't do needles. Again, like I just said, I don't do needles. And this was the part that I was dreading the most, of getting the epidural. Like, I really wanted to go natural because I didn't want to get the epidural, but after feeling those contractions, I'm just like, no. And then also, thinking about tearing afterwards, I watch other people's videos and they're just like, you can literally feel the needle going in and out and in and out. So I'm like, oh no, I'm not with that. So literally, I'm gonna get this epidural and I'm gonna thug it out. So, all the things happen, and then I get the epidural. The worst part about the epidural is trying to stay still through the contractions, because at that point in time, they were coming almost about every 2 minutes now. So, yeah. That was the worst part about getting the epidural. I didn't feel a thing, literally. I didn't feel the needle go in. Only felt like a cold rush at one point in time when he asked me. Yeah, so the hardest part about the epidural was literally trying to stay still. And Free told me, because I was holding on to him, And Free told me that he kept messing up and stuff. Like, literally, dude, I cannot stay here this long. Like, you literally have to relax your shoulders and hunch your back. Like, yeah. First of all, that's uncomfortable. My back was already hurting. And you gotta stay there like that through contractions. And I was like kind of dreading trying to breathe through the contractions because I didn't want to move so much. Like, you know. But, yeah. So after I get the epidural, y'all, I was Gucci. Like, I felt nothing. Like, let me tell you, I felt nothing. Like, it literally, my legs felt like, I don't know. When I was a kid, I used to go outside and play in the snow all the time. And it was just, my legs felt like if I went to go stand outside with maybe like just some leggings on in the snow and stand in the snow. And your legs just get this tingly feeling. That's how my legs felt. Like, I felt nothing. Nothing. Literally. After I got my epidural, they couldn't really get, they had the monitors on her, on my belly. They couldn't really get her heart rate, her heartbeat. So they had to stick something up me, basically, to monitor her heartbeat. And they also couldn't monitor my contractions. So they kept asking me to tell them when I was having a contraction, but I couldn't feel nothing. Like, I don't know. And they was just watching the monitor, like waiting for one. It was like, there was one right there. You didn't feel it? No, I felt nothing. And after all of that process happens, my doctor went to go check my cervix, and he was like, oh, it's time to have a baby. Literally, he went out the room. He told one nurse, and he came back in. He was starting to put his stuff on, and all the nurses, there was hella nurses. It just came out of nowhere. Like, you would have never thought all these nurses was in the hospital because it was so quiet. It was not a lot of nurses anywhere. They just came out of nowhere, and they just started getting ready and putting gloves on and stuff. And he couldn't even get his jacket on. You know, I don't know what it's called, but the little thing he puts on so he don't mess his clothes up. But he couldn't even get that on before he told me to stop pushing. So listen, what I did is I started pushing. I pushed once, and he was holding my hand. He was right here holding my hand, and I pushed once, and he was like, it's almost over, you got it. And like, in my head, I'm like, is he just saying this? Like, why would he say that? It's not almost over. I literally just started. And then I pushed again, and I kind of opened my eyes, and I seen her hair. And then I pushed one more time, and then she was out. So I forgot to tell you guys the pain of pushing and stuff. So again, I had the epidural. So I told you guys I didn't feel anything. Pushing, I didn't feel anything. Also tore. I'm not really sure where. Actually, I asked my mother. She just couldn't tell me. But I tore, and so I had to get stitched up. I didn't feel any of that. I literally didn't feel anything until the epidural wore off. So I don't know if I got lucky with my delivery, but I'm pretty sure like the next time it's not gonna happen like that. I definitely could do it again. Like, definitely could do it again. If I take the medicine like that, like I did, I could definitely do it again. I would do it again anyway because I want more than one child. But yeah. Oh, baby, don't wake up now. It's almost over. And then she was out. Come to find out, when she got out, her cord was in a knot, like a tight knot. And he was like, oh my gosh, take a picture. He showed everybody. He said, take a picture because this never happens. This, like, you saved her life, basically. And I personally think that's why she was small. Because if her cord was in a knot, then she wasn't getting the nutrients that she was supposed to be getting. Or at least all of the nutrients she was supposed to be getting. So I think that's probably why she was so small. But yeah, I saved my baby life. Her cord was in a knot, and I'm glad that she is alive today. She's about to holler. And I'm glad I finished this video. And that was about it. I saved my tears. I did not cry until about 2 days after. I'm just sitting here watching her, and it's just like, wow, I brought you into this world, girl. I can't, like, we got forever to go. Like, then that's when everything just set. And that's why I shed little tears. But I did it when Free wasn't around because I didn't really want him to see me crying. You know, whatever. But then afterwards, I had a fever. So we had to stay 2 days in the hospital, which was hell because who wants to sit down all that time? Like, literally, I was ready to go home. And she could meet her little sister, well, yeah, her big sister, Paigey. That's my dog, guys. And, yeah, I was just ready to go home. But and I know you guys want to see baby Lyric, even though you guys seen the vlog. Again, if you haven't, it's going to be in the description down below. But, I know you guys want to see her. So, I'm going to show y'all. She's quite fussy because now it's about time to eat. She's been asleep for about some few hours, honestly. I got a lot of stuff done. I don't even know. I'm just glad she's sleeping. So let me get her and then you guys can meet her. That mama stink of butt. Say hi. She not with it. She like, it's time to eat, mommy. Yeah. This is Lyric. Oh, she's sleepy and she's hungry. So this is Lyric. Say hi, baby. Say hi, Stinker. She's not feeling this light and she's angry right now because it's ready. It's time to eat. Right? It's time to eat. Her lips. It's time to eat. And she's just staring at my hair. Like, she just loves my hair. Say hi, say goodbye. Hi, mommy. Alright, we're going to eat. So, while little mama eats, if you guys would like to see other videos, like, I think I want to do, like, baby updates. So, if you guys want to see, like, baby updates while she's here monthly, make sure you comment that down below. Also, I would like to do a labor and delivery Q&A. So, if you guys have any other questions you guys would like to know about the process or just anything y'all want to know about the labor and delivery, you know, just comment that down below. I'll be doing that very soon. Also, I probably will do it with Free, maybe. I don't know yet. But if y'all have questions for him, comment that down below also. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Comment down below other videos you guys would like to see. And don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Bang! Make sure you always level up. And until next time, me and Lyric will catch y'all with another video. We'll holla.